I'm Bree. Welcome to my channel. This is a live session from TikTok. Hopefully I will read the comments out loud before I go. Hi, how's it going? Hi. Oh, awesome. Hey, Carrie. And thank you for the gift. That's a nice way to start the live. Hey, guys. How was everybody's weekend so far? Happy Sunday. Oh, an interview tomorrow. Good luck. Icky and nauseous all day. Well, hopefully we can give you some good energy. Yeah, I saw a lot of people this year for 9/11 was really hard for them. I've been seeing that online. Thank you. Energy seemed off this weekend. Ooh, I love ocean jasper. That must be so pretty. It's such a pretty stone. Custody court tomorrow, I'm sorry. Hopefully we can put you in a nice, balanced place, so. I did have a really good day. Today was a perfect Sunday, actually. It was really good. I had some clients, then I did a bunch of good chores. I got new filters for my vacuum so that I deep vacuumed all my stuff. Hey, Patches. Did fold a bunch of laundry, some more clients, and then I'm here. Hey, Mary Cat. We have a session tomorrow. And I saw you joined my Patreon, which I should talk about here too. So I made a Patreon for people that want to support or want some private chat sessions. We're going to have some live Q&As, things like that, a Discord server. The link for that is in my bio. I just opened it, so not everything's all in place, but for people that are interested, I do have a Patreon and want to support my work here. Thank you. Oh, I put you to sleep. That's good. Oops. That's awesome. I got my tea, my lavender incense, and my pajamas. That's perfect. Yeah, and so for today, our session is for self-love. So I've got some nice loving stones just about warming and connecting with our heart space and connecting our heart to the divine. So that's kind of our intention for today. Some love for ourselves. I think there's just been some heavy energy for people last few weeks, or last month, honestly. I feel like people are very stressed out, so just some good energy for our hearts. Hey, Kelly. And then, the other thing is I'm going to use a spray to cleanse today. Somebody made a comment the other day that incense and fire is very triggering because they're scared of or have issues with fire. And I was like, I'd never thought of that. So I'm going to try to use a spray for cleansing a little bit more so that it's not always just fire and smoke. The election in Canada, yeah. See, there's something, everybody's got, and then the US has just been a nightmare too. Super anxiety. Yeah, some calm energy. Awesome. Did anybody do anything fun this weekend? And everybody said all the terrible things, but hopefully somebody did something fun. Hey, Ireland. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. There, see, that's something fun. A Virgo. Laid on the couch with my son. Honestly, that sounds apple picking. Spaghetti dinner. White Russians. I love White Russians. We always have a thing to watch The Big Lebowski and drink White Russians in my house. TV and popcorn. Oh, sorry. Hope you feel better. Caught corona. Hopefully we'll get some of you straightened out so you feel a little less anxious. Painted my living room, hopefully. Yeah, Big Lebowski is my favorite movie. Oh, Scotland, hopefully it won't put you to sleep. Pressure washing outside your house. So I ordered a pressure washer. My goal was to pressure wash my house today. And it's been out for delivery for 3 days, and it just says like pending update. And so I would love to pressure wash the outside of my house. Hopefully my pressure washer arrives tomorrow. Rearranged all my crystals in my house. Nice. Hey Brianna, good to see you. Okay. Oh, liquid crystal shop. Nice. Let me start. So I'm going to use again a spray cleanse instead of smoke or fire. And this one's just lavender, cardamom, some patchouli in it, kind of make a sacred space. Yeah, I have vinyl siding and it's really windy here, so one side of our house is it's pretty bad. I'm very looking forward to pressure washing that off. I feel like also a good, like, protect the outside of my house, clean off the outside of my house, cleanse my house kind of thing. Symbolic. Yes, I am back. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna blast any bad energy off the side of my house. 2,000 PSI. Or whatever it can do, I don't know. Ooh, peppermint oil, I love that. Yes. And so I'm just using this to kind of cleanse out the space around us, between us, the phone, that kind of thing. And I basically just spray this on my hands. And normally I might spray an object, but this is my phone and I don't want like essential oils to like get on my phone screen. I don't think that would be good. So I just put it on my hands and I'm gonna do some cooling. I do my nails once a week, and so I usually do them on Sundays, so they look nice today. If you show up to Thursday lives, they usually don't look so good on a Thursday. Actually, my last week, I had a green nail polish that did really well. Hold on. So for any of the sprays that I have, I'm just careful that if I am spraying it on an object, that's an object that isn't necessarily like some stones, and but I usually kind of spray it up higher and kind of get it through the area and then use it on my hands and stuff. And on myself, I do spray it all around me. So I'll often do that, like spray, so it comes down into my aura. It's something that I often do. I'm very careful with if I spray it on certain stones, because some stones shouldn't get wet. And I wouldn't spray it on electronics. I know that just because I don't want it to ruin anything. And like I've done rooms, and I'm usually walking around the room at standing height, and then I'm spraying it up into the air so it kind of mists down. And thank you very much to the mods too, dealing with that. And if anybody needs to, you can swipe to remove the comments if they're disturbing to you. I make sprays in my shop, and that's what we were talking about there. But you can also, there's lots of people that sell sprays like that. And yeah, Reiki is not particularly religious, it's just the way things are. Non-denominational. I'm just going to do a little bit of combing, and then I have a stone that we can work with. And yeah, I would absolutely not waste your breath on anybody that spends their time doing things they don't like and then complains about it. Like, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. And that's it. Like, nothing else needs to be said. You're the freak, not us. Hopefully we can get you to sleep. And thank you very much again to the mods for keeping it. Actually, I was with a client today and they were saying how great the mods were, and I thought that was really nice. So you are very recognized and appreciated, all three of you. Yeah, and our theme is self-love today, and I was going to start with this little, it's Sedona Jasper. It feels really warm to me, not hot or like carnelian or ruby, but just warm and supportive. It feels kind of like being wrapped in a warm blanket or laying out on a warm rock. So I was going to start with that and just bring that through. Thank you. And how to unblock emotions is to process them, to feel them, so that you can release them. If you don't digest the emotion, good or bad, it's gonna just linger. So it's not about putting it out of your mind, it's giving it a moment, honoring it with a moment of your time to process it. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't get a notification. I think I did it off the... Yeah, I did. I did do it off the actual officially scheduled. Didn't bug out, but probably did. And how do you know that the healing is working? I think tap into how you feel before or right now. Is your body stiff? Are you anxious? How's your breathing? Is it slow, fast? And then after a few minutes in here, how do you feel? Does it feel better, worse? Hopefully you feel a little bit more calm. Your breathing might be deeper. You might feel tingling sensations or ASMR. You might feel light or a warm or cool breeze. Crying, sneezing, burping, are all pretty common too. Yeah, the tension leaves. Usually you should feel things relax. A release of tension. Yes, and drink water. Reiki triggers your body's natural healing, so drinking water helps that. And I usually do these live sessions on Thursdays and Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern for about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, so depends. And you can look wherever it is best. You can follow my hands, you can close your eyes, and you can stare at the crystal, and it doesn't matter. Whatever gives you the best relief and the best experience. And I've been doing this on myself for like 2 to 3 years, for people like on video since February. And I definitely have much more experience with doing it remotely than in person. I really have only done a few close friends. My husband really is my only person. So I definitely am more of a remote healer. And I do a lot of Zoom sessions with people. And thank you. Yes, my YouTube has much longer sessions for when you need it for different intentions. And that is linked in my bio, or you can just search Tip of the Moon on YouTube. And then I did upload my last live from Thursday, and I'm going to keep trying to upload my lives to YouTube to just kind of keep them somewhere. So if you do miss a live session, you should be able to find them on YouTube, though it won't have the comments, which might be confusing. I also find jaspers to be really grounding for energy. They always feel earthy. All the jaspers have a very distinct and different feel, but in all of them I find this kind of soothing, grounding energy. Like I feel supported, I feel like I can let things go that I can release. So I'm also going to use this warm jasper for that as well. Yes, and like Kelly said, links in my bio for private sessions and all that. Dalmatian jasper, yeah. What are some tips to receive as much energy as possible? I think relaxation, so allowing yourself to just let your guard down, let our shield down. That can be a hard thing to do. Definitely, try to focus on your breath and in your body as much as you can. But you want to you've got to relax just enough for me to get in, and then I can help you relax, if that makes sense. So sometimes if you need to say it out loud, like, I accept this healing, or you can just think it, or just feel it in your body. Be like, I accept this, kind of however that feels in your body to do that, which is a hard thing to explain. But different people have different senses that they're strong with. So whatever sense you are strong with, use that one, I guess. to receive the healing. And it's okay if it takes a few times or practice to do any of those kind of things. I do actually put unakite in my a candle. I've been on the lookout for a piece that is good for my session. So I haven't really used it in sessions, but I do put it on one of my candles. And I like it for healing and balance. It feels like that the balance of the pink and the green is really balancing of the two kinds of heart energy. That pink loving heart energy and the green like refreshing, regrowth kind of heart energy, like where we grow things from. So yes, this was Sedona Jasper from Sedona, Arizona, very warm to me. And then I also have some hematoid rose quartz. So it's rose quartz that has a little bit of iron in it, and that's what gives that red bands. And they sometimes call this sacred heart stone. And it's really good for your heart, and like just like rose quartz is, it's really good for just love and self-love, but the red part of it, the hematoid part, makes it really transformative, a little bit fiery. So that's what this one's for. It's kind of asking you to, change yourself for yourself. When we talk about self-love, we sometimes need to not judge ourselves so harshly. Like, we could love ourselves if we just let ourselves, which is a lot of saying ourselves, but yeah, it's just asking us to change if we need. This is actually an Old Navy shirt when I was getting my kid clothes shopping for this year. So it was at Old Navy, and I think it was only like $20 or something. It's pretty comfy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just on Old Navy, not that expensive. So. With my candles, I remove the stone first? You can. Sometimes the stone will melt into the wick, and there's nothing I can do about making the candle to make that not happen. So sometimes the stone will melt towards the wick and then kind of put it out. If you notice it doing that, I would pull it out to the side. But you can do whatever, it should be totally fine. And the idea is that it will sink down into the wax pretty quickly, and it won't be near the wick at all. So it'll be fine. So I'm gonna push that in. Oh, thank you. I'm sending all the good energy I can. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad they help. I'm glad it helps. Thank you. I go live on Thursdays and Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Though I will not be live next Sunday, I don't think. I'm going to be out of town. This is rose quartz that has iron in it, so hematoid rose quartz. Sneezing can be normal. Crying, sneezing, and burping are all kind of physical ways to see that energy has been moved around or released. And I think it just kind of depends on the person and how your body senses energy or where the energy has been trapped. How far am I booking out? I'm only, I think, a week out, maybe a week and a half. I probably have some appointments next week. I only do sessions on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays though, and it kind of varies. So, but the calendar's all on my website, so you can just pick a time. And just pulling that around, giving you like a little bubble of it. Okay. And then the next stone I have is Super 7. So this is a combination of 7 different stones. There's amethyst, there's quartz, smoky quartz. That's 3. I forgot the other 4. But basically it's kind of pulling all of those things together and helps with the alignment of our chakras, making us feel much more in tune with our divine guardians, spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, whatever you call those messages, our higher self. Just making us feel connected to those things. So I think that part of self-love is remembering that we are divine creatures and that we deserve that connection at all times. Like sometimes we feel like we're not special enough and maybe we don't, get messages from spirit because we're not in that place. We're not spiritual enough for them. But I think that that's untrue. So I bring this in for self-love just because we deserve that. We're all divine, and connecting to that energy is part of loving ourselves and loving kind of the story we tell here in our lives. So just bringing that in. Thank you. Yeah, Super 7 is a very tingly stone. I also feel it kind of immediately in my crown chakra. My crown chakra is one of the few chakras I can feel really strongly. And it's also like the top of my head kind of tingles and opens up even more no matter what. Hey Holly, much love to you. And this is called Super 7. 7 like the number, because it's 7 different crystals. What was that question? Hold on. Can you use 2 stones at the same time? And absolutely, you can use as many stones as you want, but also notice if that's muddying your intention. Like your power comes from the focus that you are trying to achieve with having a stone. So you're trying to focus on what you need, like protection or release. So if you start adding everything in the kitchen sink, you're not really focused on one thing. So if they support each other, then absolutely. But just start asking yourself whether you're honed in on what you're trying to achieve. Super 7. Like, it's a superhero crystal. It's kind of a dumb name, but it is I have to admit, it is a very strong stone. The cricket sounds are in the music. No, it is September in Vermont. There are no actual crickets, but it felt nice. Oh, and I haven't, wait, hold on 1 second. So I save the music that I play during these sessions to a playlist on my YouTube. So this one is saved in there, and it's just music used during live sessions or something like that. It's pretty apparent. We probably had crickets like a week ago, but it's starting to just get that cold at night that I don't really hear them. We did have a cricket in our house like a week ago too, for like a week. I could not find it. Oh, the name of the song, they just put a bunch of, it's like relaxing music to sleep with. You'd never find this particular one, because it's just a string of like fall asleep, nature sounds, soft crickets, beautiful piano, soft fall asleep. That's the name. So I don't think you'll find like a whole bunch of stuff if you type that. I'm just gonna pull that energy up and through. Hey, Light Mama. I see all your YouTube videos, so I feel like I've seen you. Georgia crickets, that sounds lovely. But I think if you just type in cricket, sleep music, relaxing, you'll get something similar. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm doing Reiki, energy healing work with ASMR. I use crystals as part of it because I like them. And today's intention is self-love. And right now I'm using this Super 7 crystal to help with opening up our crown chakra and just kind of connecting to our higher, more divine selves so that we can be in alignment with loving both parts of ourselves, who we are now and the higher self. So that is Super 7, and I highly recommend it. It's a really great stone for just really aligning yourself. I use this one often in morning meditation to kind of get myself in alignment of where I want to be for the day. So I use that often. And then this last stone that I have for this part of the session, and I will use the hand, the rhodochrosite at the end, but this is just a river stone. I got it at a local waterfall. It is just a regular old river rock, but it felt very buzzy to me, and it feels like it came from a waterfall, so it feels very cleansing and releasing. So I like to use it as a scraping tool to kind of release in a gentle way, to kind of wash off the top layer of stuff that we just didn't transform into love for ourselves, kind of release that away with pulling down through. No, not Bingham Falls, but that's close. That is close to me. I am very close to Bingham Falls. Moss Glen Falls, which is also in Stowe. We have wonderful moderators that keep the vibes in chat immaculate, so very much. in your third eye, in your crown, in your sacral. I definitely feel it's a kind of like a sacral to third eye feeling would be my interpretation of it. Because it's very watery to me in a mothering way. And yeah, I'll use it the other way in a minute. I just want to scrape first. And I highly recommend you getting your own river rock. It's a fun adventure to pick just the right one. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Bingham Falls is nice. So I think people get hurt there like once a year. So if you're going to Bingham Falls, be careful. I buy a lot of my stones from a website called Monk and Moon. They usually have bigger stones. It's not like tiny tumbles. They have a lot more palm-sized stones, but they're really high quality and I like them. And yes, thank you, Jeannie, for putting that on the chat. Monk and Moon right there. And they're just a website, so if you Google search it, you can find them. And there you go. Other people have recommendations too. So definitely, there's a lot of online sellers. Because usually you can't always get what you want from one seller. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, collecting sea glass and where a river meets the ocean is a really interesting place. Oh, my blessing candle. I'm actually out of stock at the moment of my blessing candle. I'm changing the scent to something that usually has citrine and spruce, cinnamon, and maybe frankincense, I think, little frankincense resin. And it used to be a spruce scented, and it'll be still kind of woodsy scented, but I think with a little bit of floral in it. And I should have that back in my shop next week. What do I know about spirituality, dreaming? And I actually know very, very little because I have such a hard time remembering my own dreams. And it's probably because I'm a stoner. That usually decreases your ability to remember dreams. And I shouldn't be, but I am. So I only get like vague senses, which is kind of an interesting thing because I can barely remember it, but I still feel a dream. So I'll spend the next day having a feeling from the dream. Thank you very much. That's pretty. I'll have a feeling from the dream, but not be able to connect it to something. So it gives trying to pick out synchronicities very interesting because it's kind of hard to have an exactness to it. I just have a sensation. Okay, I'm gonna do some more scraping with that. I have the most vivid dreams if I sleep with soda light under my pillow. Oh, that's awesome. I definitely do sleep with, thank you. That's one of my favorites. I do sleep with different stones for different reasons, and that will add to the weird dreamy feeling I get the next day. But I'll never, I do remember some dreams, and they'll be kind of weird, whatever, like, you're in high school again or something. But yeah, cats usually like energy healing. Okay. And I'm gonna end with the rhodochrosite and some plucking after that and brushing after that, and that will be good. So this is my rhodochrosite, and it's got like little kind of circly formations in it. I don't know if you can see it very well. Very pink. As everyone in chat will always call it, it's ham because it kind of looks like a piece of ham. It's very good for your heart space, very loving and inspiring, puts kind of good energy in you. And it's one of the crystals I like to use at the end just to make sure that all the cleansing and the work that we did, we kind of are filling in the gaps with good energy. But that's what, if you're cleansing out energy, you want to make sure that you're replacing it with something and being kind of, there's a moth in here, intentional about that. So this is one of the stones I like to do that because it's very buzzy and very loving. Yeah, Jeezy, you're just in time. Oh, I forgot. I did finally get those. Wait, so this is my water bottle, but I did get my stickers. So I'm gonna list those in my shop, but there's the ham. So there's our Hamastay stickers, and I'll put those in my shop for a couple bucks or something. I keep forgetting to get them in there, but tomorrow I will do it. And this is rhodochrosite. If you're asking what the hot dog was, that was cinnabar. It was cinnabar and quartz. Yes, hot dog was cinnabar. Yeah, I do get a buzzing kind of in my upper shoulders area with this stone, and a little bit in the front of my chest, for me personally. But it can be interesting to see where different stones buzz for you. That's a good test of your energy sense, is to get a stone and kind of meditate with it for a minute and see where on your body do you feel it. And at first it'll be subtle and you'll get better at it, but it's a good way to practice knowing your stones and getting to know your stones. Yeah, see people saying buzz in shoulders, ringing in ears. Oh, you're asking, can something help with ringing in ears? I'm not familiar with a stone that can do that, but you can definitely Google search it. Maybe someone can chime in. I don't teach Reiki healing. I'm hoping to do that kind of soon. I set up my Patreon so that I will have a space to kind of do that eventually, but I'm not teaching at the moment. Definitely join my Patreon. That's where I'm gonna do some more private Q&As so that we can keep things a little bit, though it is always in these lives very good too, but just more private so that there's not anybody in the world can just slide into them. Thank you for the gift, and thank you for anybody that has given gifts. I really do appreciate you, and I'm sorry if I didn't acknowledge each one. I do appreciate them very, very much. That's how I buy more stones, so thank you very much. That's how I got ham. That was like my first time that I cashed out my tips. I went to the local store for Mother's Day, and that's how I got this. So, thank you. Amazing. The thing I like about the ham thing, thank you, too, is that it just lends itself to so many like little puns and weird sayings too. So. Yes, please, during the Patreon. There's just a few of us at the moment. I just opened it up like over the weekend. I will be working in there tomorrow to hopefully put up some videos and stuff and more polls. The link for my Patreon is in my bio. There's different levels, so if you just want to support or if you want to be part of the community. And if there's anything that you guys want to see, please let me know. I'm still just trying to figure it out. Thank you for that one. That one was really interesting. Oh, that's a good point as to why everyone would feel very connected to the ham. Though most of my new stones are definitely from tips from here. I pretty much cash out my tips and immediately go to like order crystals. So I have a small problem. It's okay though, right? Everybody has a thing that they like to spend money on. Yeah, we all have a stone problem. Everybody's got that thing, you know, that it's shoes or clothes or whatever. For me, it's plants and crystals. Maybe a little bit clothes. I'm not like a crazy clothes person, but it's definitely one of those things. And books. There we go, books. Plants, crystals, and books are pretty much the main ones. I am on a no buy for books until I read the ones I have. And I did just go through my list of books so that I was going to put out more, oh, thank you, that's like the prettiest thing I've seen, that's so pretty. I was going through my books this weekend so that I can do more like TikToks where I recommend books that I've read or, you know, plants and crystals and things that I like. Plants, crystals, and books too. Yeah, I figure anybody in this chat that's probably resonates with those. I have to say that TikTok has definitely, so that was rhodochrosite. I'm going to do some plucking. TikTok has definitely upped how I take care of my plants. I am a much better plant parent now because of TikTok. I've learned so much and I've propagated so many plants. So I had plants before, but they were in so shape. Here's some brown leaves. So I'm going to do some plucking and or brushing to kind of close this out. Okay? Actually, I'm gonna, oh, I don't have it. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. My pothos was the first thing that I propagated, and it is like, so I propagated it this April or May. I just took just three leaves and put them in soil, and it's over there, but it's like that long. It's like, I can't even believe how big it is. And then I propagated another one from that and gave it to my daughter. So. You just look at them and die. Yeah. Plants, I used to kill a lot of plants. Thank you for the confess. I used to kill a lot of plants, and then there was a period of time where I didn't, I was I just kept overwatering plants. I thought that I needed, like, anytime I saw a problem, I was like, oh, it needs more water. And so I killed a couple more plants that way by taking too good care of them. And now I'm much better understanding which of my plants, like my peace lily could literally live in a puddle all year long. But then my succulents, I water them like once or twice every few weeks. So I'm going to do some brushing too. If you're getting a kind of shaky feeling, that can mean that it's working. Is it kind of buzzy in a nice way, shaky, or is it a little overwhelming and it may just be too strong? And just take a little bit and then come back later and see if it's any better. Thank you. Have a good night. I have a well water, so it doesn't matter too much here. But yeah, I've heard that the plants at my work, there must not be anything bad with the water, because when I started working there, they were just feeding on tap water and they seem to be fine. So I think it might depend on your area. I think to disassociate is pretty common too. And I do that a bit because it's kind of like my brain's relaxing and it's just like buzzing. My brain's like, brr, that kind of nice feeling, so. I'm genuinely curious how crystals work versus your everyday rock. They work the same. That's the stone I used before. Is just an everyday rock that I found at the waterfall in the river. So I think if you're open to it, you can work just with everyday rocks. I have a whole stack of rocks I've got from beaches and rivers. But I think that how crystals work is that they're all the same kind of rock. So you kind of have people going, oh, this is amethyst and it feels like this. And everybody's like, oh, it all feels the same. Whereas regular rocks, I don't know, I don't always know what I have. It gets much harder for me to talk about with people. But no, I definitely think everyday rocks are just as effective if you want them to be. To me, crystals work best, or any rocks at all, when you've forged a relationship with them over time and worked with them over time. It totally could be the placebo effect. I personally have zero problems with the placebo effect. If it works, it works. And I think it's good to be aware. But whatever makes you feel better. Thank you. Yeah, see, I think it says a lot that the placebo effect even works at all. Okay. So I think we're in much better shape than when we started. Very good. So I am live on Thursdays and Sundays. This is a really great session. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much to the mods for keeping it quiet. We did have an influx of some Jesus people, but you guys did such a good job and I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for answering questions, and anyone that was answering questions in the chat. I can't keep up with all of them. And so much to everybody that gave tips. There are links in my bio for my YouTube, book a private session. I now have a Patreon, so we'll have a private Discord and some live Q&As, group chats, that kind of thing. Check those out. Please send me messages if there's anything that you want. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that. And you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you on Thursday, and there'll be a YouTube video probably Wednesday. All right. Thanks, guys.